Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Gursant Singh, and I'd like to encourage all Sikhs to engage in this discussion here with Gurumustuk Singh, who is the director of SikhNet. Now, this is, from what I can tell, the first time that Gurumustuk Singh has actually engaged in any kind of discussion with Sikhs who are very concerned about the tantric, kundalini yoga, anti-Sikh practices that are going on over there at SikhNet and the Yogi Bhajan Dera. So I posted a lot of comments here. I posted a response to Gurumustuk's Universal Sikhi article that he wrote last year for the Charity Ka Law conference, the City Guru Granth Sahib conference there, and in San Jose. So, like I said, I encourage all of you to go through and read Gurumustuk's, what I can see is just lame arguments. It's very sad that Yogi Bhajan left his disciples with just a completely indefensible position. You read through these arguments of Gurumustuk's, and his only plan of attack that I can see is just to show personal attacks towards me and to just deny everything. There have been several Sikhs here who have put up photographs of the Yogi Bhajan people practicing all of these Hindu pujas and other ceremonies. The Gurumustuk's only response is just to deny it and say, oh, there might be a few that do that or bow to idols there, but this is not the norm. Well, sadly it is becoming fast the norm, and it's widespread in 3HO. Yogi Bhajan really had a hidden agenda of teaching these Hindu practices. His mother was Hindu, and you can see him here with Indira Gandhi, who we all know attacked and brutally murdered thousands of Sikhs. And so we all know that Yogi Bhajan was friends with this Indira Gandhi. And I even interviewed a Sikh Brigadier General, retired from the Indian Army, who met with Sanchernel Singh Binnerwalaji. And he claimed that he was in a conversation with Sanchi and told him that Yogi Bhajan and Indira Gandhi had plotted to assassinate him. You can listen to the interview. I'll put it in the link here. So anyway, this is, I'm scrolling through this discussion. It's at this Bay Area Sikhs open public group forum. So if you get on here, I'll put a link to it. You can read all these comments, and then if you'd like to comment, you can ask to join the group, and I'm sure the administrator will allow you to participate in this discussion. It's very eye-opening about just all of the lies that Yogi Bhajan has taught his very deceitful followers to continue to try to lie to Sikhs about all of their anti-Sikh practices. Now this Ekon Karkar, who will be speaking at this conference on the 19th of September, she is the top philosophical writer there at SikhNet. And I want to point out that her and, for that matter, Gurumustuk and these other SikhNet kiddies, they preach this whole interfaith PC stuff. And there's nothing wrong with interfaith gatherings, but they're to be in such a way that you're not asked to practice the other faith's ceremonies. Now, Gurumukh has set up many of these events where they're actually doing these Hindu pujas. And Ekon Karkar from SikhNet has endorsed Gurumukh and her Hindu fire pujas. So you can read about all that here. Again, I've put a lot of links here and information. Now these are just some new photos I just posted. And so let's check these out. Gurumustuk again has claimed that the normal situation is that people in 3HO don't do these Hindu practices. But you can see here, you just do a cursory search of the internet and you'll see these 3HO couples who embrace a lot of the Hindu mutt practices, and they have Hindu symbols and bow to these idols here. It's just really sad. So you can see here, you can see the comments here. Of course, Guru Sahib Ji tells us not to bow to these idols. But yet, Gurumustuk Singh and his video, Why Do White Sikhs Worship Idols, along with Gurumustuk, has said that they don't worship idols. Well, you can see the proof right here. There is the proof. They say no one is doing this. They're just lying to Sikhs about this. Blatant lies. And what's really weird is Gurumustuk goes through and essentially says it's okay to worship idols and worship however way you want. It's just very, very deceiving, and you really have to think that these Yogi Bhajan people are just spellbound by Yogi Bhajan's tantric yoga and all of his influences on them. Here was a Hindu wedding that some of the 3HO people participated in and were blessed by this Swami there, the Paramatma Kirtan Ashram. And what's sad is that Gurumukh, who brings a lot of groups over there to this Paramatma Kirtan Ashram, she sponsored this whole thing. And Yogi Bhajan had Hindu last rites there at that Paramatma Kirtan Ashram. And SikhNet and Gurumustuk, they refused to acknowledge that Yogi Bhajan's ashes were immersed in the Ganges River. You can see right here, Yogi Bhajan's wife and sons and a bunch of 3HOers were participating in this event. And then Gurumukh herself does these Shiv Lingam pujas, completely against Sikh practices. Utterly, completely against Sikh practices. They participate in other Hindu things. You know, the list just goes on and on. So when Gurumustuk says that I just pick up random photos, this is just extensive. There's Sanatana Kaur, who's world famous singer there in 3HO, participating in this Hindu arti. And SikhNet, they say nothing about this. Gurumustuk says, oh, we don't promote it. Well, their silence is promoting it. They don't say anything about it, maybe, because they don't want Sikhs to think that they're into this stuff. But it's clear they really are. There's Gurumukh again, with her Shiv Lingam there. It's just really gross, actually. Now this Ekon Karkar, she's also said that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was a good yogi. In a Kundalini Yoga training video, she says that Guru Nanak Dev Ji learned from the yogis yoga. So I plan to ask her these questions, critical questions about how she can justify that and what Gurbani says about that. How Gurbani says anything about Guru Nanak Dev Ji or any of the Sikh Gurus doing yoga. It's complete nonsense. And they put this whole fictitious lineage of Kundalini and Tantric yoga together with this Sri Chand, who is the son of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. The only thing that Gurbani says about this Sri Chand is it says that the evil ones, Nanak's sons, were cast out. So that's the only thing we need to know about Sri Chand. But yet the Yogi Bhajan people completely worship the Sri Chand. They have these idols there. And you can see right here these 3HO people bowing to those idols there, the Sri Chand. This is a picture of Garuka right there at the 3HO ashram, the Yogi Bhajan Dera. And Garuka, of course, is the other director over there at SikhNet. And you can see right here how he's doing these Yogi Bhajan Tantra mantras there in front of that Baba Sri Chand golden idol at Yogi Bhajan's death place. Now, Guru Gobind Singh Ji told us not to worship at the graves of the dead, but yet these 3HO people go ahead and do this. What is Gurumustuk thinking? He thinks we're fools, that we don't see this Hindu mutt practices going on there? He just must be completely fool to think that we're not going to see this. And there's Ekon Karkar there too, just right next to Garuka. She's that top philosophical writer that will be speaking at this Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji conference there on the 19th in San Jose, the San Jose Gurdwara. I encourage all of you to come if you're able to. And let's ask these questions of the Yogi Bhajan followers about how they can justify these practices that are clearly against Sikhi. Some other questions I like to ask Ekon Karkar is how she can say that it's okay for Sikhs to do these, as she calls them, interfaith worships. Participate in, she said it to be exact, participate in interfaith ceremonies or ceremonies of other faiths. So it's clear that Sikhs should not participate in ceremonies from other faiths. It says in the Sikh Rahat Maryada that we should only worship one God, that all of our veneration and worship should only be towards the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and not towards all of these other Hindu or Buddhist idols or murtis or whatever. So SikhNet and these people need to wake up. We need to confront them with these questions. Again, if you can't make it to the conference, please participate in this discussion. I'll put links to the discussion here on the description to this video. And please participate in here. And tell Gurumustuk and these SikhNet people to change. That Sikhs aren't going to put up with this anymore about their Hindu mud and Manmat practices. We're Sikhs. We don't do this type of thing. I think a lot of this is that the 3HO people don't want any discipline. They don't want the Sikh discipline. They want to do their own thing. They're into their own ego. They want to do what feels good to them. This is the whole thing. They don't want to submit themselves to any kind of discipline or rules. This is so typical of the hippie consciousness. They're still hippies. In Sikhi, we have rules. And we don't do just whatever we want to do, whatever feels good. We do God's law. We do Waheguru's law. We don't listen to our own minds to tell us to do this or that, go all over the place. Start a conversation with Gurumustuk. I encourage you to reach out to these people and just ask them these questions. See what they say. Don't take my word for any of this. There's a lot of Sikhs who are very concerned about these anti-Sikh practices that are going on there at SikhNet and the 3HO Dera, Yogi Bhajan Dera there. It's very, very disturbing. And it's just getting worse, really. I just see it constantly, every day on the internet now. With the internet, they're not hiding this stuff. You can see here Yogi Bhajan meeting with this Namdari Jagdish, and this was in the 1990s. He came to the Espanola Dera there. Yogi Bhajan hosted him. Of course, the Namdaris are excommunicated from the Khalsa Panth because they believe in this guy as their guru. And then they keep the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib in a closet. Yet Yogi Bhajan and these 3HO people embrace these people. You shouldn't have anything to do with them. This is a very good article here. This American yogis distort Sikh scriptures, which I recommend highly to everyone. This was written a few months ago, and I'll put some links to it. You can also see the links here in this discussion here at the Bay Area Sikhs Forum. Gives a lot of good information how Yogi Bhajan lied to everybody in 3HO. And of course, SikhNet doesn't acknowledge any of it. They don't want any of this to get out in the open. They censor, delete when they can, anything that criticizes Yogi Bhajan, tells the true story. This Anchion Vikram Singh Meredith has also come out. He was against Yogi Bhajan and criticizing highly the practices that are going on there in 3HO. This is a very interesting read too. I recommend people, especially old-time 3HO people who may know Vikram Singh, should read about what he's saying now and coming out about how 3HO is becoming more and more Hindu-like, and it's really disturbing. He also talks about some of these atrocities and abuses that Yogi Bhajan did to his students when he was around. Of course, Vikram Singh was one of the, well, he was the first Westerner ever to play in the Darbar Sahib there at Harmandir Sahib. Play Gurbani Kirtan there. He was the first Westerner. So I recommend you read some of his comments and links. And again, let's get involved in discussion. And if you can make it to this conference, I highly recommend that we all go there and confront Gurumustuk and this Ekon Karkar when they're speaking at this conference at the San Jose Gurdwara there on September 19th. Well, thank you for your time, and write me if you have any questions, and I'll look forward to reading your comments and seeing you at the conference on the 19th. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ